Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee and Tea. This is your gracious host, Shelly J. If everyone could go ahead and hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to tap the notification bell so you will be notified when more videos are up on the channel. Okay, so I just basically want to jump right into what I came to talk about. As you can see in the thumbnail, this video will be discussing Billy Porter's problematic statements, where he basically went up on his Instagram live and stated that straight Black society is to the LGBTQ community what white supremacy is to Black society. And first and foremost, I just want to come out the gate by saying that that statement is 100% completely false. And I'm going to back that up. The reason that I totally disagree with Billy Porter and why I have to say that that statement is false, because when you think about what white supremacy is and what white supremacy uses its power to do, Black people, Black straight people in particular, are not going around using the little bit of systemic power that we have to discriminate against the LGBTQ community. Now, I don't know how many people remember, but President Obama was a huge advocate for LGBTQ rights. His administration supported many different legislation that was put in place to give rights to the LGBTQ community. So I really don't understand where Billy Porter is coming from when he says that straight Black society are basically the white supremacists toward the LGBTQ community. Again, when Black people have systemic power, we do not use it to discriminate against the LGBTQ community. So I'm very confused and just disheartened by the fact that he would even fix his mouth to say that. Now, I'm going to read a quick article to kind of drive my point home, because, again, when you think about what white people do, you know, those who decide to practice white supremacy, when you think about what they decide to do, they use their prejudice to impose their will upon Black society through different institutions, the educational system, the financial system, the judicial system. And right now, the article that I'm about to read is going to be a display of what the Trump administration has done to use its systemic power to basically scale back rights for the LGBTQ community. This article is from June 12th, 2020, and it reads, and please bear with me because it's a little bit lengthy, but it reads: the Trump administration on Friday reverse non-discrimination protections for transgender people in healthcare, a policy shift that has been among the top priorities of social conservatives who constitute the president's base. The rule change, part of a host of updates pertaining to abortion, birth control, and families undertaken by federal officials over the past 3 years, represents an important setback in the movement for LGBTQ rights. Under President Barack Obama, the concept of gender in many areas of law had been broadened beyond biological sex to encompass the myriad identities that different Americans embrace. Roger Severino, director of the Office for Civil Rights at the Department of Health and Human Services, has argued that when members of Congress who passed the 2010 Affordable Care Act prohibited providers receiving federal funding from discrimination on the basis of sex, they meant the plain meaning of the term. HHS elaborated in a statement Friday that it believes those anti-discrimination provisions apply to male or female as determined by biology. It described the change as part of efforts to remove costly and unnecessary regulatory burdens that it said were costing American taxpayers $2.9 billion. When health officials first announced their intention to change the rule in May, civil rights groups said the reversal would allow healthcare providers as well as insurers to deny services to transgender individuals. On Friday, On Friday, the American Civil Liberties Union and Lambada Legal's Transgender Rights Project said they would challenge this rule in court. This rule change serves no other purpose than to target and discriminate against the LGBTQ people. The cruelty is the point. Sasha Busser, a senior attorney for Lamba Legal, said in a statement. Bouchard said the change was especially dangerous in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic and in an era when LGBTQ people are experiencing discrimination disproportionately higher when seeking medical care. Now, as I said before, when Black people get systemic power, it is known that we do not use that systemic power to discriminate against the LGBTQ community. So I personally feel that Billy Porter owes straight Black society an apology. I feel like what he said was completely wrong, because one thing that Billy Porter is missing in his rant, in his so-called read of Black society, is that Black people, them having a feeling about how they feel about LGBTQ lifestyle is just that. Because when you get down to the meat and potatoes of the situation, Black people are not doing what Billy Porter has accused straight Black society of doing. So again, I feel like Billy Porter owes straight Black society an apology. And I feel like before he gets up on his platform, he needs to do some research on what is really going on in the real world so that he won't make himself look like a fool. So Billy Porter, you deserve to have several seats, and I would appreciate it if you wouldn't use your platform to spew nonsense and lies about straight Black society. Again, thank you for watching, and please hit subscribe, tap the notification bell so we can keep the conversations going.